Hey Clashers, the last update has changed quite a bit in the clan capital, and after the first couple of weeks we have a clear winner. That's right, the super miners are the best troop after the update. That was a big surprise, but they're just so insane strong. And the good news for everyone who tries to do this as well is this might be the simplest, like the easiest, by far easiest strategy we ever had in the clan capital. With that being said, let's just dive into a couple of attacks and we'll show you exactly how to use this really interesting strategy. With 10 super miners, a heal, a freeze, a frost, and a lightning spell. With that being said, let's dive into that, well, Dragon Cliffs district, because this is a district which a lot of people have struggled with. Now pay attention to this insane drop. That's right. Doing that all with just one finger, and I mean, I know this looks complicated, but don't worry, you will get this done as well. And at this point you just freeze whatever deals damage. To us it's overall splash damage or something in the core, so the super dragons are getting frozen as well. Then heal wherever you think your troops might need a little bit of help, and then use the lightning wherever you want if you want to reset a building. That's pretty much what you have to do. With this approach, you can pretty much take down every district into attacks. And, well, if the upgrades are not good enough, you can even take down most of those districts in one attack, especially the Dragon Cliffs, because you can see it right now, the Super Dragons are just not attacking fast enough. That's the problem, which means the Super Dragons recently were nerfed, which means it takes longer for them to actually lock onto a troop. With having the Super Miners now being really quick to like go underground again, this means that, well, the Super Dragons a lot of times don't even get to attack, and this is obviously a big problem, which kind of turns them into an insane counter, not only versus Dragon Cliffs, but as well versus all of those other districts as well. Now, again, as I said, this is the nice thing about this, especially for those people who just like to get their medals and don't worry about too much about the clan capital like I am. I mean, I'm just doing my clan capital rate attacks if I have to, if I need some more medals, and that's pretty much it. So for me, I'm just spamming them in. They're going from building to building, I place my spells, and if I don't record a YouTube video, I just force quit the app, because this means if you close the app, this means the attack is just getting played till the end, and because you have pretty much placed everything in the first 5 seconds, then you're totally fine. For us, let's just do it at least a little bit more complicated, okay? Let's wait until my troops are taking damage, and then I'm going to use the spells, okay? So for us right now, where should we use the spells? Well, first off, wherever, as I said, damage is, or in the Dragon Cliff specifically, wherever you think that the Super Dragons are going to attack your miners, because you really want to make sure that they're not taking no damage from the Super Dragons. Otherwise, heal again, as I said, wherever there is a lot of damage. That might be bomb towers, for example, in this specific district, and otherwise you're completely fine. It is just crazy how strong this is compared with how simple. You can kind of compare it somewhat to the Lava Loon, which we have right now in the home village. But at the same time though, Lava Loon is an event troop. Super miners are permanent, which means you can always use them, at least if they don't get nerfed. But otherwise you can just use them to farm your raid medals without having to think about and worry about all of that stuff too much. At this point we just have the super miners traveling from building to building, but you can already tell this village, this district is going to go down within those 2 attacks. Which then now means, what districts are the hardest to attack? Well, overall, districts which have a lot of splash damage is sometimes a bit tricky, but then again, if you have good freeze or like good frost spell placement and heal spell placement, you should be totally fine. So let's go into next district then, which has a bit more splash damage. But with that being said, let's use the lightning to reset the attack animation of the Super Dragons, and then they're just minding their business. Well, with the last cannon then going down in just a second, I think the next district we're going to attack, I think it's going to be Dragon Lagoon. I kind of like that. It's not the worst district for the Super Miners, but overall what I like the most about it is that you can really abuse the fact that there's so much water. Because miners, they just don't care about where they're going, which makes them, again, even stronger than some of their other options, right? But let's dive in. Let's take a look at the Balloon Lagoon, and let's attack it. And that's the next good thing about this strategy. If you're at least like not the most active player for the clan capital, or more, maybe a little bit lazy, you always use just the same strategy. On this one, we could use super barons to funnel, okay? But we're going to do something really high level. I think as high level as you could get when it comes down to super miners. We let them funnel each other, which means I want to get across this little lake, I guess. And with that, we kind of have to give them each other the funnel, which means I'm going to use one super miner on the right, one more super miner on the left, and they're then just going to push each other into the core. With that being said, just put the remaining super miners and they're just going under the water right into their town hall. Let's heal there because there's this one, well, rocket artillery. I'm kind of scared about that. Let's frost the second rocket artillery. And at this point, as soon as we're getting 1 or 2 rocket artilleries out, we can just heal and frost the backhand rocket artilleries in the next attack. And it's going to be always 2 attacks. It doesn't matter if it's like freshly upgraded village, then a lot of times like it's 1 shot, which means like only 1 attack, or if it's a maxed out district, it takes 2 attacks overall. And the good news is a lot of times you have a lot of troops left in addition to that. For us right now, we have taken down now the 3rd of those rocket artilleries already. There's 1 left, which is not fully upgraded, which is nice for us. I don't think it would have been a big difference, to be honest, but for us right now, we take those. The miners just keep going, and keep mining and taking down building after building after building. And as soon as they're down at some point, you just go in again with the exact same army. It's kind of crazy. Let me know, by the way, if you're already using this or if this is new to you, because if it might be new to you, you should use it for sure if you want to have some easy clan gold, and then obviously raid medals to really spend them on whatever magic items you would like to get. But with that being said, 50%, 56% total for us for the first attack. Let's just dive into the second attack right away, because we don't have to change anything. So let's just move into the single phone tower. We can frost the last scatter, like not the scatter. We can frost the last rocket artillery. That's the name, and then just heal whenever we want. And that's pretty much the thing. Again, all of the super miners in one place. That's as well the best thing you can possibly do, because this means they're bursting down the defenses, and the defenses never really have a big chance of fighting back. This is as well like what is kind of strange about them. A lot of times you have to, like, even if you're using the same troops, kind of spread them out at least a little bit. This troop is really benefiting from the fact that you want to have everything in one spot, everything in one place, because this means they're bursting down defense or building after building after building. And with that, there's never really a big, long time period where the defenses can shoot back, which then is obviously a big deal when you're an offensive troop. And this means they're staying alive for quite some time. With that being said, though, well, the entire left side is completely taken care of. We can take down the top side now. And with that, this village, this district is down as well. So, well, it's only 1 day left in the clan capital, but still, you can still use this for this raid weekend if you want to. And I hope you were able to take something away from this, as it's, as I said, really strong. And hopefully you have already upgraded them to a decent level, because you want to use them with this strength. Otherwise, well, we're going to take a look tomorrow at how my push season went, as I have not uploaded about that recently too much, because I felt like you guys were enjoying the golem attacks and everything more than the hog rider attacks. But tomorrow we're going to take a look at what the current standing is, and how I maybe finished my season already. But that's going to be topic of tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye bye.